For as long as I can remember, I thought of myself as an artist. I consciously said that in kindergarten, I know that. And that was the first time I was really exposed to paint. So whenever the paint came out, I was all over it, and that's all I wanted to do. Right now, I'm very excited about my new series I'm calling Rootbound. And it's all about imagery of trees, and I'm using trees as a metaphor for human connection. I think about roots as a symbol for our ancestors. The way trees communicate with each other and depend on each other for survival. I think that's a really interesting comparison with human relationships. When I'm in my studio, it gives me a feeling of peace, and that alone time is something I always crave, so I just make time for it. There have been times in my life where I just don't get to it, and it's something that's always on the back of my mind, thinking of what kind of projects I would like to do when I have the time, and I don't know, it's just something that I can't really describe, that I have to do it. My process involves walking and meditating and then drawing and sketching and then painting. So it's kind of a cycle, and when I say meditating, I don't mean just really formally sitting down like this and meditating. It's more like I let my mind wander. I let myself think as I walk about what is my next painting going to look like and what I would like to accomplish. And I also always find inspiration with nature. Spending the last 14 years teaching art at a public high school has inspired me in a lot of different ways, because I'm at a science and math school, and I love using science concepts in my work, especially when I was commissioned to do a mural about plankton for the zoo. I learned a lot about plankton, and I really enjoyed painting that. And my students inspire me a lot every day, because they're so funny, and they're so young, and they're so inventive. And I'm very excited about this project that I'm going to do this summer with youth, because I was the recipient of the Tacoma Artist Initiative Project Grant. I'm going to bring together 16 students from various Tacoma high schools, and I asked for students who were LGBTQ+ and their allies, who were really passionate about art, and we're going to get together for a week in August to do a workshop, and we'll all be painting our own self-portraits. And my hope is that we'll have a community, a new community of young artists who get to meet each other and inspire each other. And then we're going to show our work at a big public exhibition in October. I am very grateful for that opportunity, because it's just kind of pushing me in this new direction of working with students who are really committed. And I love working with students every day in my public high school, but I know that they're not all going to be artists. I know that learning some art skills is very important, and it's going to help them in whatever they want to do. I feel like one of the major things anyone gets from drawing is learning to observe and learning to see, and see really deeply. And I think those powers of observation will help anyone in any job that they want to do, whether it's an engineer or a doctor or anyone. If you can really observe and see, the world isn't just black and white. It's like all of those beautiful shades of gray that are in between the black and white. And that makes you a whole person, and it makes you better rounded and more able to understand others and where they're coming from. And I think it all stems back to your own powers of observation. This summer I am going to paint a mural on 6th Avenue, and it's funded by the Spaceworks mural program. I'm excited about the design that I came up with. It's an octopus tattooed onto an arm, and the fist is like this, and the fist is holding a bouquet of dandelions, which I think are a great symbol for just your average flower that's very beautiful, and they grow everywhere. I feel like it's a nice symbol for Tacoma. I feel like I've realized more and more the older I get that having a community of artists is really important to me, and having friends that are also going through the struggles of putting their art out there. It's just really important to be able to have those friends to talk to. When I am painting, I usually like to be alone, but every time I've painted a large mural, I have my friend Joni help me, or my friend Will, or any number of people who've offered to just be there and help put it together. I just love collaborating with other people on ideas for public art projects. I don't collaborate so much with what's going on in my own studio, but it's nice to have both going in my life. For a long time, I wasn't able to just make the time to paint for whatever I wanted. And a studio practice, I feel like, is pretty new to me. And I'm really excited about, going forward with it and seeing where it takes me. Put it out there and just keep creating. The best advice I would like to give to young artists or old artists even, or people that want to try art that have told themselves they're not going to be good at it, is just try it and keep persevering. And it's always okay to make art that you never show to anyone. And once I tell my students that, the ones who are really afraid to draw, I tell them, draw at home when no one's around and then throw it away. And they go, yeah, that kind of blows their mind. And I say, because the more you do that, the better you get at it. And just keep doing it, because everyone can learn to be good at it, and who's to say you're not good at it, or judge whether or not it should happen. But I think it's good for your soul to get your art out there.